Ever since Bob Shaye launched the company in 1967 to release arthouse, foreign language and cult films on college campuses, New Line Cinema had been a studio known for out-of-the-box choices necessitated by being the last stop for good material. From the audacious early John Waters films like Pink Flamingos to Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street, New Line found gems others missed, even after Ted Turner bought the studio. New Line had launched Jim Carrey with The Mask, leveled up Mike Myers with Austin Powers, and given a home to filmmakers like Paul Thomas Anderson with Boogie Nights and David Fincher with Say 7N. Shaye had shown his studio to be a place of creative risk-taking. But New Line had never taken a financial risk like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. As a matter of fact, no one else in Hollywood had. 3 films, each with budgets of $120 million, filmed back-to-back over a protracted shoot in New Zealand. Presiding over the project was filmmaker Peter Jackson, at that time best known for small-budget flicks like Heavenly Creatures, Braindead and Meet the Feebles, whose only studio-backed project, The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox, had been a commercial failure. On paper, none of it looked like a recipe for success. Indeed, by 2001 there was a decided perception that the failure of the first film, The Fellowship of the Ring, could sink Shaye's studio, and some of the international distributors whose pre-sales allowed New Line to make its films. The Cannes Film Festival would play a major role in turning around the skeptics and settling the nerves of all involved. Cannes has always been an international launchpad for films, but Shaye and Jackson came armed only with 26 minutes of footage of a film that would not be finished for months. Still, they treated it like a film premiere, with distributors and junket press brought to Château de Castellaras, a castle in nearby Mouans-Sartoux, that was transformed into Middle-earth by the art departments and set designers of the trilogy. It would be another $2 million gamble for Shaye and his team. But it would prove to be an important chapter on the route to release for what would become the most successful series of independent movies ever made. It was Bob who came up with the idea of leaning into Cannes of 2001, says Jackson's longtime agent, manager Ken Kamins. Let's blow people away. But of course, once you decide you're going to spend $2 million on a party and treat 26 minutes like a premiere, the stakes are total. Get it right and you are on your way to something really important and powerful. Get it wrong, and you've made the biggest miniseries in the history of TNT.